Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Archbishop Ryan Boys Basketball Network. For tonight, Archbishop Ryan travels up the turnpike to face the Tide from Devon Prep. My name is Ted Westervelt, and I'll be bringing you play-by-play action along with Anthony Magallanes. Anthony, Mags, what's up, buddy? How are you?
I'm great. Happy to be back, Ted. Excited for another night of Catholic League basketball. Nothing better on a Friday night.
Ryan comes into this game at 1-2. Devon Prep is at 1-1 in the Catholic League. Devon lost to Roman on their opening night, 65-52, and they defeated LaSalle in their second game of the season, 74-70. Mags, you've had a chance a couple times to look at Devon. Coach Jason Fisher, who's in his 10th year. Talk to me a little bit about what we have coming tonight.
Right, so stylistically, a little bit of a mismatch between the two teams, similar to when we talked at the Prep. Not a whole ton of size on the front line for Devon Prep. Very perimeter-oriented team. Some really good, crafty guards, finding ways to get their shots. A big thing for them is their outside shooting. The last time I saw them, certainly not their best night from the outside. They were, down a few guys, playing a little shorthanded down at Cristo Rey, but a scrappy group that's not afraid to stick their nose in there and get after it. So certainly expecting a high-intensity game tonight. And
this is a club and a program that has had some really good success with Coach Fisher, up to and including a 3A state chip as well. So they've lost some players, some big losses. The biggest loss was point guard Ty Mishak, who left the program, and he was a player for them from his first time that he stepped on campus.
Yeah, he was a starter from, as far as I know, day one. It was during that COVID year, but the first time I saw them, he started from day one. So obviously it's tough to replace a player of that skill, and even a little bit more importantly, a player with that experience. We talked previously about the value of just having that point guard trust, and for Devon, still kind of trying to figure that out, but definitely have some pieces capable of being able to fill that role.
Ryan coming off obviously a very disappointing gut punch type of game. Happened early in the season versus Wood. It was a 1-point victory. Ryan controlled a lot of the play that game, but it was a disappointing loss to say the least.
Certainly, especially with the way that the game flow went, kind of front running the whole way to kind of lose it at the end there with some ill-advised play. But, as we talked about on opening night, that there's no time to feel sorry for yourself in this league. You're right back at it with another tough challenge. And that's also the beautiful thing, is that you get right back on the horse and hopefully learn from that experience. You'd rather that happen, not at all, but if it's going too early in the season, hopefully you learn from that and are able to put teams away.
Well, I think the biggest thing, we talk about numbers, there were some silver linings in that game, and I think the biggest one was the emergence of Brandon Russell, whose performance that night was really, really good. He had 18 points on the night. Very aggressive, very confident, great footwork. He was just really he was that really great third option. And if he can keep putting on performances like that, Ryan's really, really going to be a tough out no matter who they play. Sorber ended up with 17 and 11, no blocks against Wood. Williams had 21 in the game as well. But the biggest number, Mags, that I thought, and it's been kind of a trend, and I think it's one of the things that Ryan is going to try to do, is to take care of the basketball a little better. They've been losing the turnover battle each night. Tell me about how big that is.
Yeah, it's such a huge key, especially in the game of basketball, in terms of getting your defense set, in terms of being able to slow down the other team, things of that nature. You need to be getting shots up, right? Whether or not they go in, obviously you want to make shots, but getting shots up versus turning the basketball over allows you to get in a little bit more rhythm of the game. It helps you make more shots because you're taking them on a more consistent basis. So the turnover battle, absolutely going to be pivotal tonight, especially against a scrappy team like Devon.
You may see some changes tonight in the lineup. We haven't gotten the official one yet, so we'll wait till the introductions. We are here at Devon Prep. In a hockey parlance, it's their barn. But
And it's definitely got a barn feel to it.
But I'll tell you what, it's a neat building. I really like the feel of it. We are really close together. And we have our camera person coming in. Excellent. So we're getting ready to go. We're a few seconds from getting started with introductions and for both teams. Max, real quick, point out a couple key players for Devon that we should keep an eye on.
So, some of the key guys for Devon, Shane Doyle, a returning guard in the lineup. Reese Kraft is really their inside presence. Pretty good size, good athlete. And then Zane Conlon, a lot of things run through Zane. He's kind of like their point forward, trying to assume a little bit more of that distribution role that's left open with Mishak's departure.
So we're just about ready to get going here. You'll see we're going to stay live and our mics will be hot as we go through the national anthem and prayer.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Devon Prep for tonight's PCL matchup between the Raiders, Archbishop Ryan High School, and your Devon Prep Tide. Before we get into tonight's contest, if you are able to, we ask you to please rise, remove your hats as we honor America for the playing of our national anthem.
Very loud student section for the Tide at Devon. Big game for both teams tonight, Mags. Mag, that's what I was saying. The student section real loud. Big game for tonight. A lot of energy Friday night. It's a good atmosphere in here.
Oh, absolutely. You can feel the energy in the building already. And we see one of those changes with the Ryan starting lineup. As you alluded to, Brandon Russell coming off his best performance in a Raider uniform, getting rewarded with the start tonight.
Of course, the big guy, Thomas Sorber, Jaden Murray, lefty Darren Williams. And now the introductions for Devon Prep Tide.
Number 5, Shane Doyle.
Heavy juniors on this team, Mags. So
whole lot of them. Whole lot of juniors. Good mix of experience.
I'm curious to see tonight if Russell gets off to that same type of scoring, see how if he's confident tonight. I think that'll be a real big help tonight.
It certainly will be. The scouting report, obviously, with Ryan is, you got the dynamic duo. They're going to garner a lot of attention. There's going to be opportunities for other guys to step up.
I want to give a quick shout out to the coach, Mark Heimerdinger, a little bit under the weather tonight, fighting a little cold and sinus thing. So, Coach Heimerdinger, I know you're sitting in there, your lazy boy with your Gatorade and Pellegrino and some nachos maybe, and catching the game. So, Coach, look forward to seeing you soon. Please get better.
Yeah, certainly want to send our best wishes out to Coach Heimerdinger.
What do you think about Coach? He's doing a pretty good job, huh?
Oh, certainly. Fantastic. Loved listening to you guys on Monday night.
He goes to practice about 3 or 4 times a week now. He's hooked.
Once a coach, always a coach.
That's right. It's in your blood. We're getting ready to get going here. Ryan in their away blacks with red numbers and white trim. Ryan script across the front. And the Tide from Devon Prep in their white with blue and gold trim. Looks like 21. Reese Kraft's going to go at it with Thomas Sorber. And we have basketball here up the Turnpike on Friday night. And it's going to be Brandon Russell with the ball.
Devon Prep starting in the man-to-man. Looks like a little face guard on Darren.
Here comes Darren with his right. He fires. Doesn't get the roll. Zane Conlon with the ball to his left. Big boy he is. Back cut. Out of bounds. Conlon's got that tight end type body.
Certainly, he's got that good, strong build. Like I said, they play through him a lot, kind of use him as a mismatch, can handle the ball on the perimeter a little bit while using his size to kind of keep defenders off. Looks like they got him matched up with Sorber early.
Murray goes down low to Sorber. Sorber gets some position, not fouled. Can't get it to go, and out comes Devon. No score early in the first quarter.
Defensively for the Raiders, really got to keep your head on the swivel. Going to be a lot of action off the ball, back cuts.
Mason Fear with the ball, goes to his left, no push. 21 from Devon Prep, fires, that's no good. That's Reese Kraft. Here comes the Raiders, Rocco.
Really nice find by Darren, way to get out in transition, get an easy basket, kind of break the seal here.
Rocco opens the scoring, 2-0 Raiders. Big rebound for Murray. One-hand rip. Murray up the court. Thomas tried to get position. Referees for tonight's game: Timmy Smink, Sadiq Stewart, and the gentleman that just blew the whistle, Mr. Frank Hart from Spikes Trophies, one of my sales guys, one of the best in the area. He's a really good official. Congratulations, Frank, on all your success. Russell goes down low. Triple team. Thomas does not. A lot of contact. No call. Right in front of the student section.
Refs certainly letting him play early.
Letting him play early. Shane Doyle.
As expected, that ball gets inside. Guys are coming from all over the place trying to get it out of Thomas's hands.
Shane Doyle right in front of us. Inbounds the ball to Mason Thier. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. My apologies. Smith, Thier, Conlon. That ball's way off.
Good, solid defense by the Raiders there, not getting caught, playing too aggressively, allowing those back doors to work, keeping everything in front, trying to make Devon play over the top.
A little token pressure on Darren, gives the ball back to Brandon Russell, the junior, 6'4" junior. Transfer from Pennington Prep. Rocco. Ryan patient. Mary's going to fire one. No good. That's going to be a foul off the ball. Common.
I believe that's Zane's second. That'll be a big one.
Are they showing that on the scoreboard?
They are not.
All right, so I'm going to count on you.
Yeah, it looks like they're checking in. I believe that's Ben Costello checking in for Conlon here. That must be 2.
Russell will pull the trigger under the basket here with 5:32 left. Low scoring game so far, 2-0 Archbishop Ryan. Sorber right in front of the student section. Russell to his left. Russell. Mary's wide open. Mary makes a play.
Murray sticks the second one. Love the confidence from him. Looking to be aggressive. Try to make Devon pay for trying to pack it in on Sorber.
Fear. Beard looks, no. Good defense by Rocco, no foul. Calvin Smith to 24. Costello will not go for Reese Kraft. Murray beat up, eyes the hoop and drives and gets it.
Wave off the basket, It looks like calling it bump on the floor.
Ooh. This is not the NBA.
Definitely not.
Not the NBA. Did you get who that foul was on?
I did not.
It's tough. It's
timeout
tough.
on the floor.
You have a timeout. 5-0, 4:46 left to go. Max, do me a favor. Between quarters, I got a really cool story to tell you about a football award. I said a football award that was awarded to one of our student athletes, but it's not what you think. So that's my tease. Stay with us.
Little cliffhanger.
Stay with us through in the break between the first and second quarter. Max, immediate thoughts on what you see?
Really impressed Ryan's defense. Like I said, the discipline to not get caught up overplaying guys on the perimeter, kind of keeping them out on the perimeter. Devon Prep settling for a lot of threes early. That's usually a recipe for success defensively.
Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you share the link with your friends. Just get a chance to get some good Friday night basketball action in. 5-0 here. We're up at Turnpike. Someone just won about $100 with the 50-50. Always good to see. Make sure you give it back to the club. Raiders with the ball. Chance to go up 7 or 8. Lob to Thomas. Russell doesn't get the roll, and up come the Tide, trying to get on the board. Little shake and drive. Costello didn't want anything to do with Sorba there. Sorba off the weak side block.
Wasted no time getting his first block in the night. Really nice help defense there by the big fella.
Shark in the water. You can see him just eye that up.
Really tricky spot for Devon on the inbounds in that deep corner there.
They wanted us to broadcast from that corner, by the way, Mags.
We would certainly be in harm's way down there.
Harm's way is a great way to put it. Costello's going to drive to his right. Kicks. Pump. Good recovery by Rocco. Two defenders leaving their feet. Thomas with the agility. His second block.
Really nice job by Thomas there, staying under control on the first shot fake, staying in good guarding position.
Williams drives and gives it away. Devon careless with the ball. Let's go have some fun. Darren Williams. Easy two.
You already see the deterrent of the big guy in the middle, kind of semi-transition.
And number 21, Reese Kraft with the first bucket for Devon. We're at 3:30 left. Oh, a massive pick by Thomas Sorber. A little strong by Murray. That was just that. I felt that here.
That was a mean screen if I've ever seen one.
There you go. Fear. Reese Kraft, and that's a trap.
Yeah, a little happy feet there by Smith on the catch.
You see Ryan's size obviously giving Devon some trouble.
Yeah, and you've seen it early, a couple blocks by Thomas. You see guys getting in that lane, kind of peeking, a little bit of hesitancy.
Don't do it. 3:03 left. Russell. Rocco looks. There's Russell. You see his good feet there.
Good strong take there by Russell, drawing the contact.
You can see him prepare himself to receive that pass. You can see with his feet, he's just so much more confident than the last time we saw him.
He's catching ready to go, which is exactly what you want to see from guys, whether it's catch to shoot, catch to drive. He's catching the ball in positions to make plays. You love to see that confidence growing in him.
Makes the first. 2:46 left. Russell makes both.
A little pressure here from the Raiders off the make. A little bit of a diamond action.
One thing to watch, Max. You did the St. Joe Prep game. Obviously, I was at the game with Wood last night. Is how are we going to, if they have a lead with a minute left? Let's see how they manage the game management. How they decide what pace what tempo do they decide to go with?
Right. How do they go about closing out games?
Or quarters.
And quarters, for that fact. We saw that a little bit at the Prep too.
Yep. Block, Thomas. Thomas explaining his technique after the block. That's his third block.
Absolutely has a nose for the basketball. Nice job in help there, racing yet another inside look for Devon.
Smith inbounds. Ooh, he gets Thomas to go off his feet. Nice move by
Nice
Conlon.
job by Conlon getting in there, being patient, letting the ball fake work. A lot of times young guys will get in there, they'll get a good ball fake up, but they won't let it work. He allowed Thomas to clear out, was able to get an easy basket.
Rocco sees some space. Rocco with the reverse. Nicely done, Rocco. Marabita with 4
near
points.
steal by Darren right here on the sideline. Really nice job. Really strong take by Rocco there. I'd like to see the confidence from him again.
11-4, Archbishop Ryan. Doyle's going to inbound the ball for the tie. Here. There's Conlon. Matched up with Murray. Ryan defends the back cut very well there. Costello walked, got away with one.
Ooh, maybe got away with another one.
Collins had a moving screen there too. Ryan scrambling on defense, making it very difficult, and they get the steal.
It's a really, really nice disciplined defense possession by the Raiders. Not getting overzealous. It's like another foul on the inside here. Could be Costello's second. Looks like it is.
I don't know if he has any more big men back on the bench, but it's going to be tough. That'll be a tough night if they have foul trouble.
Yeah, with both Conlon and Costello picking up 2 in the first quarter. Really nice job by the Raiders.
Here's what we talked about. Minute 30 left. Raiders up 7 with Thomas at the line. Let's see how they close this first quarter out. Thomas makes the first. And I guess when you have 3 blocks in the first quarter, no one's giving you the overrated chant from the student
It will
body.
certainly stem that tide a little bit.
No pun intended.
Got Reese Kraft checking back in the game for Costello.
12-4. Thomas makes both. $13-4.
Conlon on a drive.
Conlon.
Really nice job by Murray there, just walling up, not smacking, not picking up a foul, just making him play over the top.
Minute 10 left. Williams.
Really nice execution by the Raiders there. Darren catching it again, ready to go, ready to shoot.
Thomas active on defensive end. Russell on show. Good hands, Darren Williams.
Really been impressed with the defensive intensity by the Raiders tonight. Certainly a much more concentrated effort, keeping guys in front, keeping things on the perimeter.
48 seconds left in this opening stanza. 16-4. The Tide. 1-1 on the year in the PCL with the ball. Here. Conlon. He got Thomas to jump on the kick, and good.
Again, just really good patience. You kind of see how Conlon's really the one that kind of makes them go offensively as that point forward.
And that bucket brings them to 9. Ryan's going to hold the ball with 24 seconds left. One play.
It's like a little bit of a matchup zone by Devon here.
Ten seconds. 9, 8, 6, 5. Rocco for 3, the corner. There's time left. Conlon didn't realize it. His own student body confused him as well. Ryan, a really good quarter, 16-7. Raiders with the lead. So listen, Mags, I was telling you about one of our football players were honored by the Maxwell Club. But it's not what you think, and it's a really cool thing. Maxwell Club announced that they were honoring 10 females, 10 girls, for the Minimax Award for their participation and starting and growing flag football in the area. And for us, one of the players that was selected as part of this group is a young lady by the name of Kim Donnelly, and Kim. She's going to be going to that Maxwell event, which is one of the most prestigious football events in the country.
Yeah, one of the coolest events for, student athletes in the country.
So she's a class of 24. Congratulations to Kim Donnelly. I had a chance to talk to her mom, Sue, she coordinates the program. And interestingly, there's about 8 or 9 teams that participate, and they have a pretty big schedule. And they have a Catholic League winner, and then the Catholic League winner goes on to the Link or the NovaCare Center, and they have an event with like Suburban One and some other schools to go and play for a championship. But congratulations to class of 24, Kim Donnelly, and all the young ladies, all the young student athletes that participate in that really cool program, flag football.
Yeah, absolutely. Love to see, a game like football growing and being extended, out into our female student athletes community.
Thomas.
A lot of contact again. Gets the foul that time going up. Be important to see who they call it on. Looks like that one goes on Kraft.
Thomas is going to head back to the line. Williams had 5 in the first quarter. Marabito with 4. Sorber with 2. Murray with a 3, and Russell with 2 from the line.
Yeah, a really balanced quarter for the Raiders offensively.
You know what? That's a great word, Max. Balance, and that's, I think.
And it's certainly going to be key. Obviously, they have, the dynamic duo of Williams and Sorber, but as we talked about, for Ryan to, reach that potential, reach their goals, the other guys have to step up, and I think a balanced start certainly helps with that. Can make it a little bit tougher to key in on those two guys if other guys are proving that they're willing and able to make shots.
Ryan Everett checking in the game, and that's a travel. Ryan Everett checks in the game for Rocco Marabito. Would like to see Ryan get his entry pass to Thomas in an outside jumper. We'll get him going.
Yeah, certainly a guy that can help create more space for Thomas inside, being that outside shooting threat.
Oh, back cut. Triple team.
Really nice job on the weak side by Devon defensively.
Good decision by Darren to pull. Russell in the corner, open for it. They can't find him. Now Mary does. Everett. Russell finds Everett. Everett's going to put it up. A little long for Everett. Rebound by Kraft for Devon Pratt. Common eyes the hoop. Quick shot. No good.
Offensive rebound by Kraft. Good activity.
He got good position there. Show, drive. Common, nice touch.
Really nice body control there. Able to get himself squared up with a tough finish in the lane.
Conlon's second bucket of the night. Everett to Russell to Williams. Off the screen by Murray. Williams keeps going to the hoop.
Really nice take by Darren there. Good patience, not rushing through.
Thomas keeps his feet and a trap.
Really, really nice job by Thomas there. again, you see those 3 early blocks, paying dividends, just walling up there. Guys a little bit hesitant to challenge him.
Well, Sorber's 6'10".
It's a big boy to try to go through.
Early in the second quarter, Ryan up 11, 20-9. And what my good friend Mag said is a balanced offensive attack for the Raiders.
See Devon back in the man-to-man, face guard, full deny of Darren, trying to play Conlon in front of Sorber and kind of shading Kraft off Murray behind him when they can.
Thomas, good touch.
Shooter's touch by Thomas right there.
It's a Georgetown touch. And a violation?
Not a violation.
Not a violation.
Inadvertent whistle, apparently.
5:27 left. Collins going to show. Ooh, Williams almost had that. Spin around, short. Thomas with the rebound. Russell. Foul on Devon. Checking into the game is senior, number 4, Christian Dorm. He's one of my personal faves. Great kid. Jumped up in the rotation a little bit. It's good to see. He's been working hard all year. Dorm's going to inbound the ball to Thomas. Everett, open 3. Heavy.
Really good off-ball movement by the Raiders there. Durham on that post entry with a good strong cut, drew some attention, got an open look, just not able to.
Christian Durham would earn the jump ball there, and possession arrow will go to the Raiders. Good play by the senior.
Really nice play by Christian there, being active defensively, getting his hand in there, getting the tie up.
22-9. Max, it's hot in here.
It's certainly steamy.
Sorber had Everett flash, didn't see him. Everett wants to get the ball down low and does. Nice pass to Christian Durham. No. Conlon with the board, and up the floor he comes. Good look.
Really nice job by Brandon on the weak side defensively there. Durham, strong take, lot of contact.
Christian Durham, a ton of contact. Give credit to Durham for being aggressive and going to the hoop. I love to see it.
Really, you get put in the game for a reason, bring a little bit of energy. He's certainly done that. Made a nice couple of offensive plays, a couple good defensive plays. You love to see that from a senior taking advantage of his opportunity.
4 seniors and a junior on the floor for the Raiders. Darren Williams at the line for 2, short on the first. .402 left. Good. Williams 1 of 2, 23-9. Conlon spins. He gets Durham in the air, dishes off. Conlon, no. Thomas with a rebound. Thomas gets hit in the face, but he'll play through. Incidental contact.
You see the big fella's presence again. A good, strong drive by Conlon. Just kind of flips it up at the end. Can definitely feel the big fella lurking in the shadows.
Ryan seeming to control the tempo, and a timeout, Joe Zaglinski. 3:21 left. One of the things, hey, Max, do you go on City of Basketball Love?
I do from time to time, yeah.
Don't do it from time to time. Check them out every day. That group does a great job. They did a feature article on Thomas Sorber just the other. They dropped it the other day. I think 2 days ago they dropped it. Listen, it's a great read. The great thing about City of Basketball Love is they're not restricted to like an old-fashioned newspaper, like smaller articles. This is a full feature about Thomas and his story, and it is an inspiring story. Thomas Sorber and his family's journey to get him, to Georgetown. Thomas lost his father at a young age, and the article touches on that and how that impacted his life and impacted his basketball career, and how it's been a family affair for the Sorber family. And it's really a touching story. It's a great insight into what goes into a young man like this. And if you haven't had a chance to check it out, please go on. You can access it from Coach Zaglinski's Facebook page for the Archbishop Ryan Boys Basketball, or cityofbasketballlove.com. Make sure you check it out. It's a great article.
Yeah, absolutely. We encourage everybody to check that out. Another good look for Everett. Just not able to find it right now, but Ryan generating good shots offensively. And again, as we touched on in the opening, they're getting shots, right? Really limiting their turnovers, getting attempts at the basket. It's the only way you're going to make shots is to take shots.
Conlon.
Really nice patience by Conlon there. Got deep position and just waited out until he was able to get one to go.
Still on the floor for the Raiders. Russell, Durham, Everett, Williams, and Sorber. Tommy's going to take it from a long way.
Tell you what, when he's got that thing going,
forget it.
It's just a whole nother layer. What can you do with that? 6'10" at the top of the key.
That is tough for a high school team to guard, I'll tell you that. Another rebound. He's well on his way to a double-double. Here goes Everett.
Good throw ahead by Russell. Good try by Everett.
Ryan Everett getting on the board. Nicely done.
Really nice transition there by the Raiders, throwing the ball ahead. Pass is always going to move faster than dribble. Really heady play by Russell there.
28-11. Collin was left, guarded by Durham. Ryan picks up another prep turnover. Here goes Darren Williams. He says, I want to get some of mine. Williams sees a space. Dribbles out of bounds. 1:42 left here in the second quarter. Sophomore Matt Johnson and Rocco Marabito check in for Everett and Durham. Starting to get a sense of what the future rotation might look like.
Yeah,
for the Raiders.
You're getting down to that time of the year. It's still early in the Catholic League season, but we're about the halfway mark of the season. You want to start settling into, what your rotations are going to look like for that playoff push.
Zig and Zag not on the same page. Looks like Costello for the Tide going to check in for a frustrated Reese Kraft.
Also have Samaj Stone checking in for the Raiders for the first time tonight.
Let's see what Samaj does. He's not shy, I'll tell you that. Sorber. So Ryan with a young lineup in now. Thomas directs some traffic and gets the ball to Matt Johnson, number 1, sophomore. Rocco Marabito, Samaj Stone, Darren Williams, and Thomas Sorber on the court for your Raiders. 49 seconds left. Nice patient possession here, Mags.
Yeah, controlling the tempo, controlling the ball. You want to make sure a possession like this ends with a good shot.
Rocco finds some space. Rocco fires. No. Conlon was doing everything for the Tide today. For the rebound. Costello from way downtown. No. Stone quick to the rebound.
And here we go, one of those pivotal moments you touched on at the beginning about ending quarter strong. Ryan with an opportunity to get the last shot of the half here.
And a timeout. Good timeout by...
Always one of my favorite things when Joey can get a timeout, with possession. Does a tremendous job in these after timeout situations. Excited to see what he draws up here.
9.1 seconds. Thank you so much for tuning in. Ted and Mags bringing you the game tonight. Hopefully you're enjoying it. You got your Pizza City or your Chinese food. I think my wife ordered Chinese food tonight.
That's always a good thing. Always a good Friday night meal.
I'm getting the Chinese. What's your go-to Chinese dish?
Oh, go-to. I'm a General Tso's guy. I'm simple. I'm straight to the point. It never disappoints.
I am too. I'm a C1 with white rice, which is the chicken chow mein, right? But nice atmosphere. Ryan out to the big lead has kind of quieted the crowd. I would call it, and I mean this as a compliment, a traditional prep school student body crowd and gym, right? They're loud, a very boisterous, loud.
Yeah, they were rearing and ready to go, and credit to Ryan, specifically on the defensive end, right? Getting stops, not allowing the crowd to get into it, and then slowly and methodically built this 17-point lead.
We're here at Devon Prep in their gym. It has that barn feel to it, which is really cool. As we look across the court, we see their Pennsylvania PIAA 3A basketball state champion banner. So a solid program they have here and success since they've entered the PCL. 5 seconds to scramble. Coach Fisher with a timeout. 2 seconds left. You know, Max, do we have, we got to get what else is going on. You know what happened last night, though? Wood got thumped. Were you at the game?
I was not, but I'll tell you what, that Newman Goretti squad, you know, a lot of people were sleeping on them with some of the departures, a lot of unknowns in that starting lineup, but that is a group that is playing well. I was able to see them up at the Moscow shootout.
Yeah.
And those guards can really go.
Well, Myers got hurt in the game, got taken out. Early in the game, he had 15 early. Couldn't play. So was Ashley White, was it Stephen Ashley White?
Yeah, Munchie as they call him.
22 points.
He's having a really strong game, kind of picking up where his brother left off.
Yeah, and was his name Lorenzo Jerkins at 14. Reed for Wood at 17, Bethea 11, and Maxey 11. Reed had the big bucket against Ryan. Here, 2 seconds left, 2.7 seconds. We're going to turn. They get the ball and blocked.
And a goaltend appears to be called. We're going to count that basket.
What do you think, Max?
It was close. It was close. Tough to tell if it was anywhere near the cylinder when he got it, and maybe that's why they called it. The ball appeared to be going on the way up.
28-13. Here at Devon Prep. One of the things I want to make sure everyone does, if you can, for our Archbishop Ryan faithful is to don't be afraid to check out the Archbishop Ryan website, their homepage. They actually dropped the AR edition for November and December, which is the school paper and school edition. Featured on the front of that is the arts program, the theater program. They did a rendition of, or they did a version of Legally Blonde. It was I went. It was an awesome production. The lead, Elle, was played by my good friend's daughter, Elizabeth Haney, who was also student council president, and not just young Miss Haney, she's a triple threat, Max. Sing, dance, act, she does it all. But the entire company of young men and women, Ryan does such a very good job with their theater and their arts. It might be, make sure you go check it out. If you ever get a chance to go to the play, even if you don't have kids involved, it's a fun date night, a fun date afternoon, and those kids do a great job. So congratulations to our theater group with their version of Legally Blonde, who was in the lead with Liz Haney, student council, student body president. So JV won tonight too, Max.
Yes, they did.
JV won 65-54, which was quite frankly a really spirited affair.
Yeah, highly competitive, high-intensity JV game. You know, certainly like to see that to help kind of set the tone for the varsity game.
Coach Pat Riley's club, his freshman boys lost by 5 in the freshman game. So you coach freshmen, or you coach? You're on the varsity level.
Correct. I'm on the varsity staff.
So as a coach, talk a little bit about the value of a JV program. And the reason is because sometimes it's underappreciated. So as a coach, talk about the value of our JV program.
So JV is just so important for the development of players. Obviously, as a competitor, you always want to go out and win, but the real value that you find with JV is getting guys to work on their skill set. And, communicating with guys what they need to do to be able to translate to that varsity level, whether it's improved three-point shooting, get a little bit more composure when we get into the lane. JV provides a really good opportunity for guys to work on, their overall game through the culture, tempo, and style of the overall program.
Now, as a varsity assistant, which you are at Holy Ghost Prep, correct?
Correct.
Do you communicate with your JV coach?
Yes. I communicate, on end with our JV coach. Shout out Tim Butler. I know he's watching this broadcast right now. Another fine Ryan alum, on our staff over there. And we're constantly talking. He's always asking for what we see as varsity coaches that, specific guys or the team as a whole needs to do to prepare them to, one day be able to step in and help us.
If you get a chance and if you plan on coming out to a Friday night game at Ryan, make sure you get there early. Get there about a half hour early, 45 minutes early. You'll get a catch at the end of the first half and the full second half of our JV program. Just want to make sure that we make everybody aware that's such an important part of the program as a whole.
No, absolutely, and it gets you a chance to get to see and get to know, some of the future stars of Archbishop Ryan basketball.
Looks like we have a lot of ad-libbing to do here at halftime as the home team, Devon Prep, honoring some of their Hall of Fame, must be their newly inducted members of their Hall of Fame. So we got about 10 minutes before we start the second half. Matt, why don't you do me a favor? See if you can get on the AOP and let's let everybody know what the schedule is tonight for the other games. Obviously, we talked about the Wood Goretti game, which puts Wood at 2-2. So Ryan wins tonight, back to even record with Wood.
I will say, Ted, the one downside to this barn-like atmosphere, service not great. Got a slow loading. Hopefully we're able to get that up shortly. I know Roman Catholic traveled up to Lansdale tonight. Newman and Wood are both off as they played last night. Let's see what other matchups I can pull off the top of my head that I know are going on tonight.
Did you get a chance to watch Carroll?
I did. I was on public address that night. That's
right. What were your thoughts about that? Because I'm looking to see. I think by the end of the year, they're going to bump. They're going to get somebody. They're going to get one of those top 17.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about it before the game. When you look at the roster, you see 0 upperclassmen on it, right? A lot of sophomores, a couple freshmen in that mix there. And, at the St. Joe Prep game, I talked about West Catholic being one of those teams that's going to get better as the year goes on. And I agree with you. There's certainly a lot to like about that young group with Archbishop Carroll. Certainly not an easy start to the season for them, with some of their matchups. But those young guys, they certainly showed, the ability to go play. And as they gather that experience and, get a little bit more unified as a front, they're certainly going to be a dangerous team down the stretch. What
I'm looking for is a team that bumps somebody off and who's going to be that team that creates a little dust up and mucks up. And this team should beat this team, and this team should beat this team, and somebody that throws in a surprise. Listen, O'Hara did it to Prep at the end of last year.
Correct. That really shook up the standings in a big way.
It shook everything up. Father Judge beat West.
Yes, down at West, which is, as you know from last year, it's a tough place to go play.
Do you have anything on Judge?
I was able to see Judge a little bit earlier in the year. A unique mix of some experience, but still with some youth.
Bird, is it Laquan?
Laquan Bird being
Laquan
kind of their
Bird,
senior leader. Anthony Lilly coming back, giving them that inside presence. And then the emergence of other guards like Kavere Kennedy and young Morton Rivera really helping elevate that team.
That's gonna be a war.
Always is, and this year I expect no exception.
I'm gonna use all my powers to see if we can get a chance to stream from that gym that night. That would be a special.
Oh, it certainly would. You're going to be packed in there like sardines.
I have an in. I'm friends with some of the guys in the soccer program, especially Mr. J.D. Dunlop, coach of their soccer program, and he's in the building every day. He's got a little pull.
Hopefully we're able to pull the right strings for that one.
I may have to hook up some free trophies and plaques, but I would love to be able to show that game to our unbelievable fan base that we have.
It'll certainly be one worth showing. That matchup. It's cliche to say, and obviously both teams with high aspirations this year, but you just throw out the record book on that night, and it's a good old school backyard brawl.
It is, and Coach Zig has been beyond successful in his career against Father Judge. I don't know if I want to say it to jinx it.
I know exactly what you're thinking, and we're going to evade that statement.
Everybody knows what I'm talking about. And let's just say it's very successful, up to including games where judges come back and at Ryan with some really, really tight games, 4 or 5
Well,
years ago.
you think about last year's game. Judge was front running most of it.
Yeah, they were.
Right, they had control. They shot the lights out in the first half.
That kid Lilly had a great game.
He came out. They had that strong first half. I believe it was a double-digit halftime lead that the Raiders were able to overcome. But that just showed again. You throw the record books out. They're classic matchups year in and year out.
Do you remember the game the year before?
The year before, I was not there.
So myself, Coach Ryan Haney, Hall of Fame soccer guy and sometime broadcaster, and another Hall of Famer on the soccer program, Steve Kinsey, and our wives were in Puerto Vallarta, and I'm watching the game at a nice fancy dinner. And that was the game, I believe they were down 30 at one point.
That was the one where Judge came out storming in that.
So as the waiters, I got the phone hidden, and Haney's trying to look, and then we got just put the game on the table, just do it. But nothing better than being in the beautiful Puerto Vallarta in the Mexican coast, watching Ryan come back and beat Judge. It was a lot of fun. But to the rivalry in and of itself, it's funny because sometimes I think when I talk to Coach Zaglinski that Wood seems to be personally his rival from his football days and maybe his basketball days and basketball years. But culturally, the culture,
it always goes back to Sally Ave.
It does. So it should be, that's going to be a wild night. And I think, do I have that? I believe I do have that somewhere. I want to make sure I get everybody that date. But that's going to be a fun one. But that's on the road. Ryan goes to, they go to Lansdale on Sunday. We will not be broadcasting from Lansdale, but we will be broadcasting. I believe the following game is that Friday. We're home against O'Hara. Yeah, have you seen O'Hara yet this year?
I have not seen O'Hara yet. A little familiar with the program. Obviously Flash Burton there is a big-time player and certainly someone that if you get an opportunity to get out and see, you definitely want to go check him out.
The Judge game is on the 29th of January, so it's coming up.
It'll be here before you know it.
Listen, and then O'Hara, we have the great Joe Sinai.
Joey Sinai.
Joey Sinai will be on the color for the O'Hara game. So
Joey definitely, one of the all-time hoop heads in the Northeast.
So Ryan's going to they go to Lansdale on Sunday, then they go O'Hara, and then a quick turnaround they're at West again, and then they're at Goretti, at Judge. That's a tough 3-game stretch right there.
That is certainly a gauntlet of a stretch right there for the Raiders.
They get a break after that with, and I don't mean that way, but the team that will probably be below them in the standings, which would be LaSalle and Egan. And then they end up Super Bowl Sunday, which I thought I'd have plans for that day, but it looks like I'm not having any plans.
It's not looking good.
Not looking good, man. Against Roman. They'll end the season against Roman, which could be...
That is going to be huge when it comes to seeding. You know, obviously Roman out to a tremendous start, undefeated on the year, undefeated in the league.
So that Gauntlet West at West, at Goretti, at Judge. Last year, the West game was a game Ryan stole.
Absolutely.
In similar fashion to what happened against us at Wood, that happened at West, down 9 with 50 seconds. West got a little careless with the ball. I mean, and they came back and tied the game and won in overtime. Thomas had a great overtime. Darren Williams shot the lights out in the fourth quarter. Matt Johnson came in, and that was kind of his debut, so to speak.
That was Johnson's coming out party.
Yeah, he popped off that game, made some nice plays in overtime. And I mean, you look at West. Yeah, 2 kids right now playing D1 and
playing some high-level basketball right now.
Clark's at Merrimack, right?
Correct. Bud's up at Merrimack playing really well.
Is he?
Zion, big part of the rotation for my beloved Temple Owls.
Got about 2 minutes before we get ready to start this second half. Now, the big number from, I think one of the things we can talk about this game today, Mac, is Archbishop Ryan taking care of the basketball.
Yeah, it was certainly a much better half in terms of limiting turnovers, ending possessions with shots. Right, so important for establishing your rhythm, and obviously you can't make shots if you don't take shots. The other super impressive thing from the Raiders in the first half, 13 points allowed. Their defensive energy, activity, their discipline, not getting caught up on the screens or the back cuts, staying down as Devon Prep gets the ball in the lane. You want to see them continue to do that and hopefully be able to stretch the lead out a little bit further.
Thomas Sorber led your Raiders with 9 points and 3 blocks. Darren Williams, 8 points. Everett had 2. Russell had 2. Murray with 3. Rocco Marabita with 4. So, good job by the Raiders spreading out some scoring. We talked about, like, you used the word balance.
Yeah, it's just so key. Again, obviously you have 2 dynamic scorers in Williams and Sorber, and they're going to garner attention. And if other guys can just come in and make shots, it can loosen up that tight coverage on those 2 guys.
If you're the Tide from Devon Prep, what do you do to come out here and get back in this game and obviously make some buckets? But what specifically would you do? What would be your plan coming out?
So the really tough thing is to try to get your offense going. You always want to try to start inside, right? Play the game inside out, see the ball go through. The difficulty is when you get inside when you're Devon Prep, you got the big fella waiting for you. So I would look for them to try to get him stretched out a little bit. We saw them try to utilize Kraft as a 3-point shooter really early. If they're able to get 1 or 2 of those to go, that could kind of soften up the coverage inside. But if I'm Ryan, I'm just keeping it packed. I'm keeping guys in front and just try to make this team play over the top.
Conlon shoots from the turnpike. No. He's been their leading scorer for the night with 8. Reese Kraft has 5 for the Tide at Devon. This is Archbishop Ryan's first possession. That's Rocco Marabito right in front of you. Murray backs down. Patient. Rocco finds a little opening.
I left it a little short.
And an offensive foul.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Ted, but I believe that is the first Raider foul.
You might be right. There hasn't been many. They've played a pretty clean game.
I know that they had a 0 on the board at the end of the second quarter, and I'm fairly certain they had 1 at the end of the first as well.
So that would be Thomas's first foul. St. Colin backs down. Murray. St. Colin.
You'd like to see Jaden just be a little bit more disciplined there, stay down, stay long, utilize his wingspan to kind of contest that shot more than his athletic ability. Conlon's going to get in there, and he's going to spin, he's going to fake.
Russell! Brandon Russell with 3.
Again, just kind of building off that big game that he had Monday night. You hope to see him continue to parlay that into success.
Good hustle, good no call.
Numbers here for Devon.
Corner 3. In and out, and a nice rebound by Murray. 31-15. Ryan up. They go down low, and they call Thomas for the foul.
I'm not so sure about that one. Conlon may have sold that.
Give credit to Colin for, I'll put the application in at the Golden Globes, which apparently Coach Mark Hyman is a big fan of the Golden Globes.
You know, for some reason that doesn't surprise me.
31-15, Ryan, 6:15 left.
Tough one there for Thomas. Even tougher picking up 2 quick ones to start this half.
Thomas making a difference underneath. They try and close out.
Conlon, now that's a big 3 for Devon. Haven't really been able to get much going from the perimeter. Nice set there by the Tide to get an open look at the top of the key.
Coach Zaglinski directing some traffic. Marabito beats the double. And another offensive foul. Zane Conlon making a difference in this game for the Tide.
I will say, under Coach Fisher, that's kind of been their staple. They've never had a ton of tremendous frontline size, so they do sacrifice their bodies, try to step in and take those charges to steal possessions for their team.
That foul was on Marabito?
Yes. Rocco on a charge there. Again, Conlon taking that. Conlon on the inside.
Dishes, fire. Good contest, got away with maybe a little push. Floorboard by Darren Williams. Ryan like to get a good possession here. Rocco to Russell. Heavy. Good hustle by Marabito. And
looked like Rocco may have tipped that off of Devon. Referee disagrees. But got to move on to the next play. Big defensive possession here for the Raiders.
The Tide with an opportunity to take this to 10 with a 3. Surprise, the ball goes to Conlon. He spins, pivots, and
a travel. Like that much better job by Jaden on that possession, just staying down.
Remind me to ask you a question about Conlon at the next time out. I have a question for you. 31-18, 4:51 left. A Brandon Russell 3, and the rest has been all Zane Conlon for Devon Prep. Skip pass, Russell, back to Thomas in the lane. Thomas Sorber with a hand in the face.
Really nice play by Thomas. Cross-court skip pass, not standing and watching, follows it, flashes to the middle, gets himself a nice look.
His 11th point of the night. He surely has a double-double. Little spin. Good defense by Archbishop Ryan. Shot short. And it's kind of a silly foul there.
Yeah, you're 90 feet from the basket. A little bit of a reach.
33-18. 4 minutes left, midway through this third quarter. Devon Prep hanging around thanks to their main player, Zane Conlon. That's a nice play.
Really nice finish by Darren there. Cutting hard, under control, finishing strong at the rim.
His 10th point of the night. Another jumper off. Offensive rebound. The Tide. Why not?
Devon Prep really struggling to find any consistency from the outside right now. Credit to the Raiders keeping them out there.
35-18. 4 seniors and a junior on the floor for the Raiders. Jaden Murray. Off a little screen by Thomas Sorber. Thomas crashes. No. Here comes Devon. The tie.
Nice find there by Doyle.
To Kraft.
Good finish by Kraft. Really nice catch. Tough catch under the basket, going out of bounds.
Ryan leads still 15 with 2:40 left. Not many stoppages here in this quarter, and a
really great look by Thomas. And again, can't emphasize a good aggressive cut by Darren. Good job staying under control, catching and finishing.
Common and Murray battle. Tom's kind of lurking on the weak side there.
Just waiting for somebody to challenge him.
It's like watching one of those nature shows where they just, it's predator and prey,
He's that lion in the weeds.
My question for you about Conlon was, where would he project in college? Is he a D2? Is he a D3?
It's tough to tell. Yeah. I'd probably say he's got an opportunity to be, a really strong contributing Division III player. That D2 level, it's a lot more up at the rim. But it all depends on the program and the kind of fit that they're looking to fill.
Sure.
But certainly, shows promises of a good, strong collegiate career.
Ryan Everett checking in for Archbishop Ryan for Rocco Marabito. Corner jumper is good by Calvin Smith.
Really nice baseline out of bounds play by Devon there. Getting a needed three-point basket to try to keep this in striking distance.
Everett double teamed. Finds Russell. They have Mary. They do get him.
Really good patience by the Raiders there. Everett trapped on the wing, under control, composed, able to move the ball. Ryan finds themselves with an M1 opportunity.
Jaden Murray. That's his 5th point of the night. We could see that play develop right in front of us. You could see how he was in a good position.
Yeah, you could just see Russell making himself available as an outlet and Murray maintaining that space once that defender committed, able to slip right behind him for the easy lay-in.
Archbishop Ryan answering every Devon possession here. It's Costello for nice. Oh, I thought he fought through the screen real well there.
A little nickel and dimer out on the perimeter there by Russell. Like to see the aggressiveness. Again, as we mentioned, first half, no foul trouble for the Raiders. You're able to dial it up a little bit more.
So minute 27. Let's see how they close this quarter out. Costello to the line for 2. And he makes the first. Get this lead down to 15. Makes both. Minute 19 left. Russell with the ball. Good cut. Murray!
Really nice set by the Raiders there.
And like I said, Archbishop Ryan keeps answering. Minute left here in the third. That shot up. Good position by
Really
Ryan
nice
Everett.
job by Everett on the backside there, securing that rebound. Looks like Costello gets tangled up with Sorber there, picking up his third.
I like the way Everett does and is consistent. A nice job getting the ball into Thomas.
Yeah, absolutely. And you love to see that out of your shooters. Not just being one-dimensional, being able to utilize the extra space to get it in there because teams have to honor him on the perimeter.
Lob to Thomas. .40 seconds left. Brandon Russell with the ball. Goes between his legs,
5-second violation. Coach Zaglinski vehemently disagrees.
Well, I think, and he's having a conversation with the official. They're probably just talking about what they're going to get from Pizza City when they get back home.
When they get back to the great Northeast. It did appear as though Ryan was able to break the count by getting forward, but the official disagrees.
Coming up on 21 seconds here. Devon Prep with the ball. That ball goes up. Good. Mason Thier with a 3. 8 seconds, 7. Williams, and a whistle and a timeout. A visibly frustrated Coach Zaglinski.
Yeah, it's certainly tough when you have a tough call go against you on one end, and then you give up an open 3 on the other end.
But I like the timeout here. Get composed.
Yeah, certainly settle things down.
I like it.
The Devon student section hasn't had a ton, of plays to, make noise or get involved in the game. Starting to feel it a little bit, getting that big 3, kind of settle them back down, and hopefully end the third quarter with a basket here and really eliminate that momentum.
Zane Conlon, number 25 with 13 points. He leads the Tide from Devon Prep.
Yeah, as I alluded to in the open, Zane really kind of the straw that stirs this drink. They play through him a lot. He's taken on a little bit more of the scoring burden tonight, but you kind of see they just try to run all of their things through him. Really good decision maker, very composed with the basketball.
5.6 seconds left. Thanks for helping me out, Mags. I was trying to count Darren Williams' point for the night. Russell on the trigger. Having trouble. Sorber back to Russell. Pass is blocked.
Gets it back. He's got
shoot.
time.
Ooh,
left it a little short.
42-28. Someone's going to win 50-50 tickets here at Devon Prep, but I have a question for you, Max.
What's up, Ted?
What are you doing on Saturday, March 2nd?
That's a long ways out for me.
Put this in your calendar. It's the Winter Social at Archbishop Ryan. Save the date. Don't miss this amazing event. Archbishop Ryan 2024 Winter Social featuring The Exceptions, great legendary band, and DJ Bobby Sacco on Saturday, March 2nd from 7 to 12. There's a bunch of information that's posted on the Friends of Ryan Facebook page. They're looking for some sponsors at different levels. If you can help out, it's a great event. Max, it's the event that I say, call your buddies, get together. Instead of going to a bar, bring your own, go to school. 3, 2, 3. It's a great night. It's a fun night.
Yeah, certainly something that we're going to throw on the calendar there.
The Devon Prep PA system is so loud I can't hear myself think.
The winning ticket is 3.
Well, there seems to be some controversy here with
a controversial 50-50 winner.
If this was DraftKings, they'd cancel the bet.
It would be void very quickly.
You'd get an email and say, this is void. Thank you very much.
All right, here we go. Ryan, 14-point lead, entering the fourth quarter. Again, we talked on in the beginning, how are they going to close out games? Really good opportunity for them here. The clock is their friend. The basketball is their friend.
No shot clock. Ryan will open up the half with Ryan Everett, Thomas Sorber, Jalen Murray, Brandon Russell, and Darren Williams. Russell double teamed.
Got to be ready for junk from Devon here. A lot of traps. They're going to have to try to turn up the pressure.
Thomas.
And that's exactly how you beat it. Get the ball to the middle, get the ball opposite, and then find those mismatches for the big fella inside.
I got 12 for Thomas.
They're not going to be able to sit and defend Thomas the way that they have because they have to generate more possessions.
Ryan just absolutely controlling the rebounding. Russell. I'd like to thank everybody for spending their Friday night with us. Fourth quarter, if you're just tuning in, 44-28. Early in the fourth here. Ryan in control all evening.
Yeah, really wire to wire right now for the Raiders. You just want to see them continue their strong defensive effort here, close this thing out.
Conlon in the lane. Conlon with a little baby hook. No, short. Williams with the rebound. Oh, good head fake.
Nicely done by Darren, really smooth with the fake give and go, able to get all the way to the rim and finish for an easy 2.
14 for Williams. The ball
Good hands by Russell there.
The ball is going to stay. Student section asking for a technical, and coming in the game, this is one of my guys. Max, this is one of my guys, Frank
I know
Monaco.
Frankie pretty well from my days teaching at St. Chris.
Frank Monaco, dual sport threat, soccer and, oh wow.
Lot of contact there.
Good opportunity for Frank to get some minutes. I know that Coach loves the way that he defends. He's a really good on-ball defender.
Yeah, he uses, that soccer background. Those guys usually translate pretty well to the defensive end on a basketball court. A lot less space to have to cover it.
Shane Doyle at the line here in the fourth. Frank, a first-team All-Catholic, and a 2022 PCL soccer champion. 46-29. Missed free throw by Doyle. Here comes Russell. Williams. Good hands, good look to Monaco.
Find.
Frankie Monaco.
Again, tremendous ball movement by the Raiders against the pressure, and tremendous off-ball movement. Good job by Frank finding himself in a good position there to get an easy basket.
Who had the assist on that?
Thomas from the top.
I knew the answer to that question. He might have 7 assists.
He's done a really nice job not trying to force things on the offensive end, using his size to create vision for passing lanes tonight. Really unselfish game from Thomas. Job by Murray to get that ball around, get the one you want.
Williams finds Murray. Murray shoots. No. Line up 19. It's Costello. And a
Traveling violation. Again, good job by Russell there, just walling up in the paint, right, making guys make plays. Especially at the high school level, more times than not, guys will make tough ones, but mistakes happen more when you make guys make plays.
Reese Kraft checking in the game for the Tide.
Little 1-3-1 from the Tide.
Monaco's going to let it go. No.
Left it a little bit off.
What'd you say, Max, when you're in there? Might as well.
Yeah, you're out there for a reason.
Frank with a nice floorboard. Ryan gets over the timeline. 5:12 left. Thomas creates some space.
You got to get somebody to that foul line area. Timeout here by the Raiders.
Another good one by Joe.
Yeah, they seemed a little out of sorts. Again, they've been in spots like this before, trying to learn how to close games out. Right, obviously have a nice, healthy lead here, but you still want to work on those little things and try to finish it out by either extending this lead or keeping this lead right where it's at.
Yeah, 5:04 left. Like we said earlier, nobody in real foul trouble for the Raiders.
Yeah, it's been a really nice, disciplined defensive effort by the Raiders, maintaining good legal guarding position, staying down on the ground, not swiping at things, making Devon go make plays over them.
So you're not going to go to the winter social?
Oh, I'm already putting that in my calendar. I'm going to start sending the invites out once I get some service back.
It's right. It's actually a really, really good event. I don't think I got a chance to finish. I mean, they do a lot with. There's a lot of they have the basket to cheer, 50-50s and fundraising, and all funds go back to the school through the Friends of Ryan, and it's a really good event.
Yeah, anything that we can do, to keep continuing to foster that strong Archbishop Ryan community, we always try to get involved with.
Raiders with the ball. That's Sorberg guarded by Conlon. He finds Murray. Murray fouled. Again,
nice job by the Raiders. We've been talking about the clock is their friend right now. right? But not sitting back on it, still trying to be aggressive, but being, disciplined and composed with that aggressiveness.
Mary, Archbishop Ryan, I'm going to do the broadcaster jinx. Over the last 3 games have improved their foul shooting from the beginning of the season. I'm curious to see what the year-to-date stats will be after tonight, but
yeah, it's certainly a strong effort from the line tonight. They're free for a reason. And there you go, Ted. You had to say it.
Murray with 9, 20-point lead for the Raiders. That goes up quick for the Tide. Big man with the rebound. Oh, little shake by Williams. Couldn't get it to Sorber. And out come the Tide and a slip and fall. Are we okay? Might have hit a damn spot on the floor. Everybody's good. Probably less than 5, maybe 4 or 5 turnovers at most here for the Raiders.
Yeah, not many for Ryan, and we talked about that as being a key to the game, that they've been struggling with that turnover battle. Gotten more shots up tonight, and it's led to a 20-point lead here halfway through the fourth.
And this has been a frisky Tide squad. I mean, they're not sitting back. They're out there with pressure, so.
No, yeah, they're definitely sticking their nose in there, trying to make some things happen. Really nice possession, good patience. You get a wide open look for one of your better 3-point shooters.
52-29, Williams with the big 3, Collin in the lane. Kicks, fire by Devon, no good.
Just have not been able to get anything going from the outside. Good, strong rebound by Darren.
Still playing hard. 52-29, 3:45 left. Ryan in control.
Nice job by Thomas, kind of settling things down.
No hurry. Good decision by Murray. He could have took a shot there, but he decided to pull out and
work some clock here.
Work some clock, absolutely.
Really nice job by Ryan off the ball, getting guys moving, and Rocco's going to get called for a push-off there.
It was just a little too high.
Just a little bit, yep. He got it up
high.
Around that face area. That's going to be pretty automatic every time.
And Coach Jason Fisher going deep into the bench, as well as Coach Zaglinski getting ready to do the same.
We got Christian Durham checking back in, and we got Gavin Reed checking in for the first time tonight.
Gavin Reed checking in, senior. He was injured most of the beginning of the season, getting himself back into playing form, and good to see Gavin on the court. I can guarantee it's going up at least twice when it gets in Gavin's hands. He's shooting.
Got some more subs for the Raiders checking in right now. We're going to see Frank Monaco return. And then another one of my St. Chris guys, Greg Weiss, getting set to check in.
Were you a head coach at St. Chris?
I was not. I taught there for 3 years.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. So honors English teacher there for a couple years.
Where do you teach now?
I'm at Little Flower now.
Are you? How you like it?
Oh, I love it there. Shout out to my girls down there on like West Lycoming Street.
There you go. Frank Monaco with the ball. Christian Dorman in the game. Rocco Marabito. Greg Weiss also in for the Raiders.
Ooh, lot of contact.
A lot of contact. Frank almost hit his head on the bleachers.
A lot of contact for nothing, but looks like out of bounds to Devon. Ryan Everett checking back in for Rocco here.
2:53 left. Zane Collin, nice round of applause. He had a really good night. He was an impressive player.
He played a really strong game. Was certainly the most effective guy for Devon for the most part tonight. But, credit to the Raiders defense, especially on the perimeter, just making Devon make shots, and they weren't able to tonight.
Ball's going to stay with Devon. That's going to be looks like it might be a foul on Monaco. His first. Frankie making sure, getting in all parts of the box score.
Checking all the box score he can.
From way downtown. I think that's number 23, Greg Perullo.
There's Greg Weiss on the feed and
Nicely
finish.
done, Weiss.
Nice
Greg
vision
Weiss.
there by Ryan Everett, keeping his eyes up, seeing that, Greg was Cutting to the basket there, got an easy layup for the Raiders. Another forced turnover.
Good
Another
look.
throw
There
ahead
goes
to
Royce.
Greg. Good decision there by Greg.
Christian battles through. I think Gavin wanted the ball there.
I would agree with that assessment. He certainly looked like he was anxious to get one up.
I told you it's going up. If he gets it in his hands, it's going up.
I'm not sure it's going to get all the way into his hands.
Yeah.
He's eager.
Christian Dorm heavy on that first one. All in all, a really, really solid effort against nice team, well-coached team.
Yeah, just a really nice job by the Raiders. As Durham unable to convert either. We'll go back to the broadcaster jinx there.
Yeah, I know.
But just a really, really nice job defensively by Ryan.
Devon. Nice defense by Gavin Reed there.
Ryan unable to secure the defensive rebound. Couple of offensive rebounds for Devon on that possession. Leads to Weiss picking up his first foul.
23, Greg Perula went to the line. With 1:40 left, I want to thank everybody for tuning in.
Looks like we have a couple more subs checking in for Ryan for the first time.
Dorman Everett will check out. Mark Anthony Gallagher. And I missed who else came in. Brett Werner. Or Bryce Werner, excuse me. Bryce Werner, excuse me. Bryce in the game. Bryce, all Catholic football player. Oh, and Frank Monaco took a big
collision.
hit there. Let's hope
Hope everyone's okay.
Let's hope everyone's okay. That was a little. Frank got caught in a tough spot.
That was full steam on full steam right there. Frank, tough kid, bounces right back up.
Very tough kid. And he's going to get two.
I believe it's side out here.
Oh, it is side out. My apologies.
Yeah, only 3 fouls on Devon for the half.
They're trying to make another change. So on the floor, Seth Gay checking in for Frank. Seth Gay, number 25, first-year player.
Yeah, I was able to get to see Seth a little bit in that JV game. Certainly
Nice
a
player.
promising young
Yeah,
player.
promising. That's a great word. Bryce Werner. First-team All-Catholic receiver.
Yeah, one of Ryan's football stars from this fall. I was able to announce most of their games. Was very impressed with what Bryce showed on the gridiron.
Gavin Reed with the miss. I have Gavin Reed in my FanDuel account at +1.5. They kick, minute left.
Good strong rebound there by Gallagher.
A lot of bodies in that paint. Good effort by everyone.
Nice work by the mop kid down there, getting on the court, wiping up the wet spot.
And the great Phil Consalvo soon to come in the camera range.
The mayor of Archbishop Ryan.
No.
The self-proclaimed mayor.
No, he's the director of game day security. Seth Gay, they're trying to foul. Finds Weiss. Weiss pivots, no. Loses the ball. Nice bucket. .38 seconds.
Weiss caught in a little bit of a tough spot there. Facing a little bit of a double team in transition. You want to be cognizant of personnel there. Offensive foul committed by Gay on the inbounds. Devon's going to take possession here.
Still want to do fundamental things. Still, you don't want the game to get.
You still want to close out strong. Yeah, we have some guys, not typically in the rotation out here, but you still, want to be solid and stay true to Archbishop Ryan basketball.
Devon Prep for three, short, roll,
Rebound by Gavin.
Gavin Reed.
Gavin's going to get a chance to go to the foul line here.
Does not help on my FanDuel account with the over 1.5. But good for Gavin getting to the line. Good to see him in the game. There you Phil. Looking splendid. 26.7 seconds left. I want to thank, of course, our executive producer, Mr. Joe Sanginetti, for allowing us the opportunity to broadcast and supporting these broadcasts. Thank you so much.
I'd like to thank Devon Prep for graciously hosting us, allowing us to come in.
Devon Prep was awesome. Thank you for that, Mags. I didn't get to that. They were fantastic. 20-point lead for the Raiders. Just trying to finish out the string on this one.
It's a really nice bounce back for the Raiders.
Good support from their student body. Mark Anthony Gallagher with 10 seconds. Warner pulls it out. Gallagher shows some patience. And that'll do it. Taking a trip up the turnpike, Archbishop Ryan, 55. Devon Prep, 37. The Mags, it was a pleasure. I think we had to do a real quick recap. They took care of the basketball. The big guy played like the big guy. I mean, that's a pretty easy formula, right? If you do that.
Yeah, it was just a really nice job by the Raiders. You know, defensively, anytime you hold a team under 40 points, you give yourself a strong chance to win. Really balanced attack, had some different guys get in the scoring column early. I think that opened things up for the Raiders.
Well, it was a good night. As we said, they go to Lansdale on Sunday. We will not be broadcasting. Our next broadcast will be home, O'Hara, next Friday. I don't think we're going to get any interviews for this away. I think they're going to try and get everybody out of here and get on the bus. I'd like to say thank you for everyone for tuning in. Max, thank you for stepping in.
Pleasure as always, Ted.
For Coach Heimerdinger. And just want to say to everybody, we are AR. Archbishop Ryan, 55. Devon Prep, 37. Thank you and good night.